everybody. Welcome to the February live stream channel update. Trying to get everything booted up here. Happy Saturday and weekend to everybody. Hope you're having a good one. Doing a little relaxing and enjoying your time. Yep, it looks like everything's starting to come up and going live. We already have somebody who's joined us. Very nice.
Awesome. Hope you're having a good Saturday. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some stuff. So it's been quite a while since we did a live stream. I know we were hoping to do them a little bit more frequently. The last one we did was the end of the year. So we've been pretty busy with a lot of events and travel and all of those things. As you've probably seen on the channel, we've had a lot of new cars. And all of those new cars we had to, travel to events for. So it's been a little busy on our end, and trying to get everything scheduled for the live streams and such has been a little bit of a logistical problem here. So we're hoping to continue to do some more of them.
Once a month is the goal. We're a little shaky on this one. Well, it's we almost missed February, but we got it.
We did get February.
Squeezed it in.
Yeah. See how many people we have joining us here.
There was kind of
all right. So for those of you all just joining, hello. Hope you're having a great weekend. It is Saturday, I think. It's been a busy week this week. We just got done filming one of our press cars today. For all of those who are putting nice comments in the comment section down below, thanks so much. We definitely appreciate your viewership. That being said, we do have a little bit of exciting news that we would like to share today. So
we might as well start off with the most important stuff with our live stream update. You're gonna do the honors?
All right. So as you can see, we've been very busy, hence why we haven't done a lot of live streams. And because of that, we decided we had to do a little bit of something to make it a little bit less busy and help provide you all get some good content and all that. And because of that, we're expanding our Car Confections team out. So we've decided to adopt a new brother, per se, and his name is Josh Dunkelberger. And we're very excited to have him with us today to make his official introduction to the channel. You'll see him in some content on the channel, so we wanted to make sure we let all of our good fans know who this is, a little bit about him, and so that you guys can give him a nice warm welcome to the channel. So here's Josh. Scoot over here, let him be the center of the stage here. Okay.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm so excited to be a part of the Car Confections team. These guys are making me feel so welcome and here at home. Super excited to be the new brother of the team, the new little brother.
Yeah.
Just a little bit about me. I have been a car guy for the entirety of my life. I love anything with four wheels, or maybe not even four wheels, depending on the car. Anything new and old. Expensive, affordable, like anything with cars. I absolutely love working with them and being around them. Some of the places you'll see me on the channel, I'll be doing a lot of our social media stuff. So you might have actually met me already if you've been sending me like a DM on Instagram. I'm always saying hi to y'all and interacting as much as I can and trying to keep putting out engaging content to keep y'all satisfied and make sure that y'all are up to date as possible. Yeah, I'm excited to continue working with y'all and Mason and Drew here, and I'm just super blessed to have this opportunity and be a part of the channel.
Right, and we haven't really given Josh an official title, but really he's already been doing wonders with just keeping things flowing. You guys might have noticed over the last little bit, because he's been with us for a little while, frequency of content has been able to increase, and we've been able to get you guys the newest cars as quickly as possible because we have somebody helping us on the back end. Because previously it was just Mason and I. We're doing every step of the process. So the fun part, of course, is filming the video, but what none of you guys see is all the stuff that happens after that, and there's a lot of
Or
stuff.
before filming the video.
Before and after.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably about 1/10 of the work is filming.
Yeah.
The rest of it is behind the scenes. So Josh really has been helping make all the behind the scenes stuff really just smooth out and go so much faster and so much more efficient, which is something that you guys get to reap the benefits of, and all of us do. Yeah.
So if you're just joining the live stream, we like to pause here, and if you're just joining us live, the person sitting to the right of us is Josh Dunkelberger. Our big announcement today is that we do have a new person added to the team, and like Drew was just mentioning, he's really been helping us out. A lot of the back end stuff, getting more videos processed. You might have seen him on a few different things, pieces of content on TikTok and Instagram, and you probably, if you're really a good fan, you might have seen him at the CRV hybrid drive. He was in that video. So he's made a few little appearances here and there, but we're definitely happy to have him officially on board with us today. And if you missed the introduction, he did do a little bit about himself a little bit earlier in the video, so you can go check that out. What car do you drive, Josh?
Of course. Of course, being a car guy, I love what I drive. So I drive a Acura TLX A-Spec. Absolutely love it. Have fun driving that, cruising down back roads in the area. And I am a big Acura fanboy, I will say that. But I love every other brand of car too. I'm excited to share with you all a little bit more about my preferences over the future, and if you want to hear more about my favorite cars, shoot us an Instagram DM or something. I'm happy to always have a conversation about cars too.
He has a beautiful blue TLX. I have to say it's one of my favorite colors, is that blue color for sure.
Yeah, we love that Still Night Pearl. It's beautiful, and on a ton of Honda products now, including the new CRV.
Right. And Josh was with us just yesterday when we were filming the CRV LX. So if you haven't seen that, that just came up at noon, a video about the reintroduction of the LX trim level to the all-new CRV, which previously, of course, Honda was telling us that EX was going to be the base level, and it was for a period of time, but now the LX is back. That drops the base price down, and we were able to go film that yesterday. Josh helped with the filming process of that, and let us kind of break that news to you guys on YouTube, because that was kind of a little bit of a discovery, because Honda never made any announcement of anything at all, and it just kind of popped up at the dealership, and we're like, oh look, the LX is back, let's go film it.
Yeah, definitely a little bit weird to not have that information available, but we do explain pretty much in the video why it's a thing. It has to do with some of the part shortages, and I assume the changing economy a little bit towards maybe needing a little bit more cheaper options as opposed to $33,000 starting point for the EX model. So yeah, you guys should go check that video out. I guess we can do a quick travel recap for what we've been doing. So I'll pull up our calendar so we remember. We've been pretty busy. So in January so far this year, we reviewed the all-new Honda Pilot. So that's a pretty interesting car. We do have more content coming out on the Honda Pilot shortly. It'll be on the Trail Sport model. So all of the videos that we have on our channel now are for the Elite trim level. We have a dedicated off-roading Trail Sport video that you're going to definitely want to see. That's a really cool off-roading experience. So we did that earlier in the month. We also went to the Honda Accord Drive, which that's another big product. Excuse me, words are tough. So basically the entire Honda lineup is new this year. So I think that was the last one of their traditional cars that are going to be new. So we've been busy with that. And then what did you guys think of the Grand Highlander? Go ahead and comment that down below. We were certainly super excited to see that at the Chicago Auto Show a couple weeks ago. And we're excited to get more content on it coming up shortly, but what did you guys think of that? I'm very curious to see what your thoughts are on that car, because obviously it's a totally new Toyota, and it has an amazing third row. So What are your guys' thoughts? You can go ahead and comment that down below. And past then, we did the Chevy Colorado. Chevy Colorado was a pretty cool new truck. Really enjoyed the powertrain experience. I know Drew and I drove the truck together. What did you think about the Colorado?
Yeah, it's really an excellent new midsize truck. As you guys have probably seen already in some of our content that's came up, it's a really well-rounded truck, and it really was impressive in many ways. We have more coverage coming in the future as well, because we at the same time were able to also take a look at the WT, the work truck version. So if you guys are really into the basic level trucks, we are going to be able to cover that. So that's pretty rare, I guess, in the sense that most of the time you're not able to cover the base trims just due to the way that manufacturers structure their events. But this will give you guys a look at what a under $29,000 truck costs. So that's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And then coming up on the future end, we actually fly out on Monday morning for California again. And we will be driving a new Lexus. So if you want to guess what that might be, you might see some content on that coming up in the next week. I'm not going to spoil the surprise here, but a new Lexus is coming out, and we will be getting content on it starting, I believe, Tuesday of this week. And then coming up later next month, we have a couple more programs too for the Hyundai Ioniq 6, the Mazda CX-90, and the Toyota Prius Prime and Corolla Cross. So those are some upcoming things that you have to look forward to on the channel, because there's definitely going to be some really cool cars coming out in the next few months.
For sure.
Now, as far as loans, we currently have a really cool car outside. If you follow our Instagram, you might have already seen it, because Josh right here did a fantastic job of posting it last night. It was the G90, so that's of course a really cool new car. We just got it not long ago, so we're looking forward to driving that for the full week and seeing how it stacks up to the BMW 7 Series and Mercedes S-Class.
Right.
Yeah, I went out there and I sat in the G90 earlier, and just walking up to it, it's a gorgeous car to look at. And sitting inside, whew, man, it's one of those cars that you want to be driven in.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind, maybe I'll have Mason take me for a drive later, and I'll sit in the back seat, because that's one of those cars, like, yeah, it has a sport mode and everything, but that is a car to be chauffeured in for sure.
It has the power recliner. Spoiler alert: the passenger rear seat has the recliner. So maybe I'll take you up on that offer.
Have to fight over the back seat now.
Yeah, not the driver's seat. So those are some cool. That's a cool loaner car that we have right now. You'll see full extensive 7-day test. I think we've had 5 or 6 loaner vehicles at home, or not yet, but we will have them over the next few weeks. So we'll get full extensive 7-day test. If there are any types of specific content that you'd like to have made about, let's see what cars we have. The Lexus RX, the Hyundai Palisade, and
Volvo S60.
Volvo S60. Yeah, you know my calendar better than I do. So if you want specific content made on those 3 products, we will have those for a full 7 days, so we can make as much content as you guys want to see.
Yeah, and we just wrapped up the week with the Toyota Sequoia Capstone. So we filmed a review on that. We also filmed a night review, for those of you who like the night review, coming soon.
And a night TikTok and Instagram reel. So we'll take a second here to plug our other social media channels. If you're just joining us from YouTube and you don't know that we have an Instagram or TikTok, please go follow us on those platforms. We have different types of content on there. Of course, it's going to be shorter form videos. It's not going to be a full 30-minute long video, but Josh is putting a lot of work into it. We're putting a lot of work into it. So please go check out those outlets. Hopefully you'd find the content pretty engaging. And we have pretty much every single car that we review on those platforms. Sometimes multiple pieces of content that you might not even see on YouTube will be on those platforms. So especially on Instagram, you can get what we're doing absolutely the latest what we're
I was
doing
gonna
on
say,
Instagram.
Get
So
some behind the scenes.
Yeah.
If you want to get to know us a little bit better, you'll get to see kind of the operation as we film and engage with the cars and travel and stuff like that. You'll be able to see that on Instagram.
and I guess we'll go ahead and move on. If we have any questions in the live chat before we
Let me catch up.
if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop those in the live chat before we move on to what's new in the car world. There's a few new things coming out.
Well, I do see that someone is very excited about the Acura ZDX.
Zach
yeah.
is very excited about
Yeah,
that.
Zach. Well, I know we still don't have a ton of info about the ZDX. I know Mason and Drew were able to go up to New York or later last year
Yeah.
and check out the concept form of it. I mean, personally, since I drive the Acura, I'm very excited to see what Acura Honda comes out with this ZDX platform, especially since they're building that off of that GM electric platform as well.
Yeah.
Which is going to be really interesting to see what this crossover between the two brands is going to do. And I think the design, I don't know about y'all, but the Acura design language has been really amazing lately. So I'm really excited to see what their first fully electric vehicle is going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see that. If I had to guess, if your question is regarding the timing of when that car is coming out, I don't know if Acura has officially said yet, but I'd say maybe fall of this year, maybe.
There's ads on TV already.
Maybe it's going to be a summer launch for the ZDX.
I think it's coming out this year.
Also new in the Acura lineup will be the Integra Type S, which I'm incredibly excited for. Basically, the Civic Type R Integra, and we drove the Integra last year. Phenomenal product. So definitely some exciting stuff coming on in the Acura brand. They've really made vast improvements the last few years with their entire lineup, really.
Yeah, we have a question, or a couple questions actually, about the BMW 7 Series. Yes, we have driven one and filmed one. It's coming to the channel soon. You'll see that actually in a few days, according to the schedule, I believe. So, yeah, just a few days, you'll see our 7 Series review, and that, of course, gives us a good frame of reference. Recently sampling the 7 Series and the S-Class, going into this week with the Genesis G90.
You won't want to miss that one. It's definitely a bold design. Not everyone will like it, but it's a bold and very cool design, especially on the inside. The inside is really neat. But yeah, do we have? Oh, that's a good point. If we don't have any more questions in the car news world, the Ram EV versus the Ram Revolution concept. I think that's a good talking point, as we sampled out the Ram Revolution concept in Chicago. So we saw that firsthand. No one mentioned anything about the production model coming out until Super Bowl Sunday, when we saw that the production model came out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a little bit perplexing to us. But it doesn't, I don't know. How do we feel about the design changes and stuff? It wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, to be honest.
Well, yeah, if anybody was hoping to see the concept, or most of the concept, turn to the production vehicle, that's not what we're getting. We're getting kind of more of the recipe that Ford follows with the Lightning. It's basically the regular Ram 1500 with a few adjustments to the styling. So what comes from the concept is basically the grille is the primary thing, and the tailgate. Those look pretty similar, but as far as like the overall body and any of those cool like futuristic features that were inside the cabin, that's not going to be happening, at least when this first comes out. You know, maybe they're working on the next generation already, I don't know, but nevertheless, it was a little surprising because it did just kind of come out of the blue. Like I said, we were at the Chicago Auto Show with all the other people in the automotive media, and we also saw like a Ram press conference thing, and nobody said anything about it. And then the very next day, they just break the news with the Super Bowl ad, kind of out of the blue. And
their odd advertising scheme as well. What was it? Premature electrification. It's I guess catchy, but interesting product. We're looking forward to hopefully sampling it out. whenever it comes closer to market, it's still a while from being on market. I don't know when Ram's going to open pre-orders up.
They're already sold out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're sold out as of like yesterday, I believe. I saw or read it.
Apparently, no one minds
But
about the concept.
It's not coming out
Yeah.
until the end of 2024.
Okay.
So that's still about 2 years away.
All right. Well, so that was an interesting thing. Do we have any comments about that one? People saying lightning for the win.
Also reviewing R1T out there, which I would say is a pretty cool one. Do y'all think that this Ram Revolution EV will actually be made before the Tesla Cybertruck? I think that's the question we all have. I think we've been waiting on that before the
For about
F-150
34
Lightning
years.
even came out. Right.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I've lost track of time.
Yeah.
well, I know when the Cybertruck came out because I was a freshman in my first semester of college. I've already graduated in a 4-year degree. When the Cybertruck came out, because I did a presentation on it. So a little bit interesting there. I don't think it's ever going to come out, to be honest. So yeah, so I guess we move on from that. The XT4, I have a little bit to talk about there. If you didn't see it already, the XT4 did get a refresh for 2024. The exterior looks mostly the same. The interior is the big news on that. It's going to get the larger display, kind of basically like the Escalade display thrown into the XT4, which is pretty neat. I hope they do that for the rest of the Cadillac lineup instead of that little small display in the middle and just kind of make it feel fully modern and all that with the refresh. And one thing we do want to point out here, Drew and I, we had all been strategizing actually about doing some future car videos. So some of the newer cars that come out, we're actually working on developing some type of video format where we can show you guys some of the newest stuff before it's even available for us to review or do a studio look. So you guys can have at least a good idea of maybe what's coming out for the next 6 months or the next year. So we're currently working on that, and hopefully you'll be able to see some of that, those videos on the channel in the next little bit.
There are several comments about the Nissan Cube. I don't know
Yes.
what
Is there a new Nissan?
Yeah, no, with the Nissan Cube and the Ford Flex. Shout out to our Cube car fans out there. Pontiac Aztec too. We're throwing out all of the quirky cars today.
I would review the Pontiac Aztec.
Yeah,
for
honestly. Sure. Should we do a used car review on the Aztec?
Do any of you guys own an Aztec in Lexington? If you do, find us. DM us. You'll DM him. He'll get you all the details. We'll do a video on it. That would be pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Maybe an April Fool's video. That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, how can it be a fools if you tell people?
Well,
You've already
Forget about it.
yeah, you didn't
Forget
hear
about it. You
anything.
didn't hear anything. Delete that part of the live stream.
Let's see.
You have information about the Maserati Gran Turismo, Josh.
Oh,
What do you want
okay.
to tell us about that? I don't
Alright.
know anything about that car, so.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of content lately from a lot of media outlets about this new 2024 Maserati Gran Turismo. So Maserati kind of like stopped making the older one and then totally redesigned it with this new design. I think it really looks great. It's part of their new design language. You see that in like the Grecale and some of their other models, which they haven't fully updated yet. But I really think the new Gran Turismo looks great, and there's supposed to be an all-electric version of this coming out as well, which would be really interesting to see. I don't know how I feel replacing a V6 or a V8 with an all-electric powertrain, but it's definitely going to be interesting, just a way of moving towards the future a little bit more as well.
Yeah. Speaking of electric, GV70 electrified is, I believe, pretty close to coming out at this point. So when we do get that model at a dealership, or if Genesis is kind enough to send us down a GV70 electrified to sample out, we will be hoping to do a review of that on the channel. It's mostly the same, like exterior and interior wise in the current G70. It's basically just going to be a whole new powertrain. So obviously it's electric and not gas, so it's going to be a completely different like driving experience, but definitely curious to sample that product out.
and it's built in Alabama,
Tax credit.
Yes.
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you do. That would mean that you get the 7,500 off per the new
Probably.
rules, most likely,
At least,
depending on your tax situation. Yeah.
yeah, they keep changing the rules.
Yeah.
As soon as we say that, then they change them, and then everyone's like, "Ah, you didn't give me good advice." Sorry, I mean, we can't. I can't read the government's mind, you know. Hopefully, tax credits will be more abound in the upcoming years for all you guys trying to make the transition to EVs. Because, as you know, if you've been trying recently, it's been pretty difficult to figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
For sure.
But the more money we can save y'all, the better. So we're gonna try and keep y'all updated on all of those things.
Right.
Right. And there's no better video to show that off than our CRV LX video. Second plug, this live stream. Go watch it. It's gonna be it's a good video. We were very proud of our introduction. Josh here thought of it, and I was very proud of it. So leave us some love in the comments below that you liked the intro, because I thought it was pretty good. But
Yeah, I felt like I was out there like a Hollywood movie director, like trying to get everybody in order, but it worked out really well. So I'm not going to spoil it, but y'all definitely need to go watch that video. And also we have shorts, we have reels and TikToks content out there on that stuff too. So we can cover all of your bases when it comes to social media for everything on the Honda CR-V LX Trim.
Yeah.
The secret that Honda's just now revealing to us.
Yep. Yep. All right. Do we have any questions in the live stream? We'll go ahead and open it up for a Q&A. If you have any questions for Josh here, if you have any questions for us, if you have any questions for the team as a whole, or about what we're going to be doing in the future, go ahead and leave those in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and start answering a few of those questions. Got my phone here so I can see if I can.
Well, I see one question for me real quick. It says, do I like Tesla? And obviously we know about the Model 3 here, and I really, I enjoy spending time in the Model 3, honestly. The Tesla interface is classic, and so spending time with that, and maybe while Mason and Drew are out filming the review, I'm sitting in the car playing the racing game or something. No, trust me, I'm on the job doing my job. But yeah, we got to sample the Model S Plaid, which was absolutely insane. Personally, I'm still more a fan of an internal combustion engine, but if electric is the way to go, then I do enjoy the time I spend in electric vehicles. The pure acceleration is incomparable to anything that you can get for the price of a Tesla that has an internal combustion engine, pretty much. So yeah, I definitely like Tesla. They're a good brand for what they're building. Obviously, they have
Some
quirks to work out like every other car brand.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have the history of Ford or Toyota or anything that's been around for like multiple decades now.
Yeah. Josh, they also want to know your thoughts on the Dodge Hornet.
Dodge Hornet, okay. Well, you know, I was honestly shocked to see when Dodge came out with the new Hornet, because, you know, it's been almost a decade since we've seen Dodge come out with any new products. So it was really earth-shattering when I saw it come out. I was already a fan of Alfa Romeo Tonale, and so I think the Hornet was a nice complement to it. Pricing wise, the plug-in hybrid, I think they just came out with the pricing on it this past week. I think it tops out at $55,000. So it's good looking, but that is a lot of money for a Dodge. But if that's the way you want to go, I mean, it does have more power than basically anything else in the segment. It's a plug-in hybrid, and I'd say it looks
it's
pretty
a
good
unique
too.
offering for the segment. So
Yeah, it's a kind of an Italian-American car.
Yeah, I guess,
Little-
whereas maybe the Alfa Romeo Tonale more American than the Hornet is Italian. I don't know.
We can't. Yeah, it's a strange mixture that, as you know, now they're also mixing in the French too. So we have the French, the Italian, and the American combination.
all in one.
All in one. We get everything now.
Which I gotta say, I have a special place in my heart for French cars. Like, I'm kind of sad that they don't sell them over here, or at least ones that I can afford, unlike the Bugatti Chiron. But I feel like they're really quirky. I like anything Swedish as well. I don't know, cars that have corks to them, I think they're pretty cool. They stand out among the crowd. And especially for our Nissan Cube fans out there.
Yeah.
Talk about a quirky car.
Yeah, the Nissan Cube. Let's go ahead and start our Cube discussion. I wish they would bring it back, to be honest. Like, bring the Cube back, give this Kia Soul a run for its money, maybe make it like a really nice hybrid, or like a plug-in hybrid, or a full electric Cube. Like, come on, that would be so popular.
Yeah, somebody said that on here. They said E-Cube.
Yeah, exactly.
I
mean,
could see it.
we already have the Soul, we
That's
have
an
the
idea,
venue.
right.
Like, come on, we need Nissan to bring back the Cube.
Like, it's an iconic car. Like, even people that don't know anything about cars know about the Nissan Cube. So
Yeah, it's one of those rare cars where people don't actually have to know the name of it.
They're just like,
exactly.
that Cube, and they're actually right.
Right.
Nissan could save a lot on marketing.
Yeah,
by
you don't
doing
have to
that.
market it anymore.
Seriously. Yeah.
We have a question about the Chevy Suburban that we had in the driveway a few months ago.
The Suburban.
Suburban.
I believe you were referring to my photo, my teaser photo of when they were dropping off the Escalade V. They happened to just bring down a Suburban to drive back to Detroit, where they deliver the cars from. So they just happened to have a Suburban parked next to the Escalade V when they were dropping it off, and I didn't want to spoil the surprise of the Escalade V. So we actually didn't review the Suburban, if that's what you're asking about, but we should review a Suburban at some point this year. We always do every model year of vehicle, so we'll do a 23 Tahoe, 23 Suburban as well. So eventually, it's just, that's not the one that we shot a video of, that's for sure.
Yeah, but they're getting into our area, so we hope to get one sometime very soon.
So I was wondering if they're going to make a Honda Pilot hybrid to compete with the Grand Highlander hybrid.
They should.
I think it would be a good move for Honda. I don't know if they're going to, but it would be a smart move because, you know, Toyota is big into hybrids. Of course, you know, you have Highlander and Pilot. There have been longtime rivals, and you know, Toyota has a big advantage in that area because both the regular Highlander and the upcoming Grand Highlander will have very efficient, about 37 miles per gallon, I believe. For the traditional hybrid system. Plus, the Grand Highlander is going to offer the powerful hybrid max system, so that's going to give you a lot of power on board with that model. You know, so of course the traditional V6 has a place in a lot of you guys' hearts because you can't get a traditional V6 in the Highlander anymore. So, you know, you have different types of engines for different kinds of folks, I guess. But I do think Honda should, you know, offer a hybrid system in the Pilot.
Yeah. That, if you paid attention and watched our review of that, that was our airball. It's just like, nowadays I feel like you should at least offer a hybrid for those of you wanting a hybrid. I mean, you know that we're kind of big into hybrids. I don't understand why people always want to pay more for gas. I mean, it's expensive. So if you're able to offer a hybrid for $500 price premium, maybe $1,000 price premium, or make it standard or whatnot, I think that's just a win for the consumer. So eventually I think they will do it. It's just not going to be in the near future, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, we see things like Honda's announced that the Civic Hybrid is coming soon enough.
Yep.
So, or once again, shall we say. And so I think Honda's definitely headed in that direction. I bet you they probably just have like a list of cars in their offices saying which ones they want to hybridize first.
Yeah, probably.
Right, and you can kind of use the existing hybrid powertrains for their smaller vehicles like the CR-V and Accord and Civic and stuff like that, whereas the Pilot's probably going to need something a little bit
Special.
beefier. That way it can, you know, have enough power to move something so big.
I've seen one question here about Tesla and BMW collaborating. I haven't seen anything in the car news about that. Have y'all?
I don't think so. I think they were
Not familiar with this.
Yeah,
topic.
maybe just referring to it would be cool if they did. But they won't, I don't think.
I'd be surprised if
Yeah.
they actually did, but I don't know. You know, we just talked about Tesla quality things, so I don't know, maybe a partnership with someone who's known for better quality might help, but you never know.
Maybe. Maybe.
There's so many collaborations and partnerships out there. It's quite surprising.
BMW and Toyota with the Supra and the Z4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, gotta get the Tesla's big grills. Yeah.
All right. So, if you have any more questions, go ahead and drop those in there. I see a question for you, Josh, about why you picked the Acura TLX A-Spec.
All right, yeah. Well, I was trying to find the best balance. I'm young, trying not to, spend a ton of money on a car, especially in maintenance and stuff like that. But I still wanted to have something that was fun to drive. My first car was a 2008 Ford Fusion, which I really love to drive.
V6.
Yes, V6 Fusion. Got to give the shout out for the V6. And I just really wanted something I wanted a sports sedan with great driving dynamics that would not cost me an arm and a leg in maintenance and stuff. So unfortunately, older model BMWs and Mercedes were out. You know how the Germans can be with stuff, it's hit or miss. So went for the dependable quality of what's essentially a Honda Accord underneath with the fun driving dynamics of an Acura. And plus, I think it's just a beautiful car. The redesign, I have a 2019, so that generation of the TLX was quite attractive. I love the July headlights, and it's a blue on black interior, or blue with black interior, and it's just a really beautiful looking car, and I love driving it. You get that classic lag with the VTEC engine though. You put your foot down, you wait about 3 seconds, and then you get your acceleration.
How many miles do you have on it?
Let's see, I've just about hit 52,000 miles. So I've driven about almost 20,000 miles on my own now.
So we can do a long-term update on the TLX as well on the channel. Have you had to fix anything?
No, the only thing I had an issue with was a dead battery, and that's just usual for all cars. Honestly, it's what they say about Hondas and Acuras are true. They will last you forever if you treat them well. I know I briefly read a question from Tim as well asking if I worked on my car. I don't work under the hood too much, but I have enough general know-how to make sure that things are taken care of and stuff like that. Got to change the blinker fluid, right?
All right. All right, so we'll work through a few more questions here, and then we'll wrap up for this live stream here. Dana Mills is asking about if we're going to review a Hellcat or a Demon Dodge. So hopefully, we don't get a lot of those at the dealerships, but we do work with Stellantis to get some press vehicles. It's a limited number of them. So we're hoping that we will probably be able to do one of those like more rare cars like the Demon or the Hellcat with one of the press loaners. That way we can fully test out the car and not have to worry about like if a customer owns it or whatnot, you can't really drive it or drive it to the way that you want to see it on a video, put it that way.
Right.
So hopefully we'll be able to work with Stellantis to get some cars down here so we can show you all. Obviously, if you're not familiar with kind of how this works, by showing engagement and watching our reviews, that's kind of how we get stuff like that. So we're able to send our analytics and show that we have viewerships, people commenting on our videos. All that engagement helps us really sell ourselves to the manufacturers and say, hey, we have an audience here that wants to see this type of content. And then they'll send us the cars. So by doing all the things that you guys do on a regular basis, you help us get cars like that where we can, show you the cooler stuff, where we can go to the events and show you the newer stuff. So please continue to do that. So yeah, Dana, if you want to see a lot of Demon content, Hellcat content, make sure you're commenting on our normal videos, and then we'll hopefully be able to convince Stellantis to send us one, because that is sometimes kind of how it works. So
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of those in the driveway for a week.
that would be pretty
fun for sure.
They just need to send a set of new tires with it as well to make sure that after the end of the week we can put a new set on.
All right.
a very excited question about Acura MDX or Toyota Grand Highlander Platinum with the Hybrid Max. Interesting comparison, but I guess to an extent they would. Well,
yeah,
we'll
we
have to
might-
see.
well, we don't know the price.
Yeah.
Can't really say.
We don't know the price yet. We don't really know a ton about the Grand Highlander. Obviously, we've been in it, but it could come in quite a bit less than an Acura MDX fully loaded up, or it could be like right at the same price point. We don't really know. In our review, I think we estimated about $60,000 for that fully loaded model. I think that will be pretty much on the nose for how much it will cost. So at that point, it is pretty close to an MDX.
And the Hybrid Max, the power would be
More.
similar to a Type S.
Similar, yeah. It would be similar to a Type
That'd be an
S,
interesting comparison.
Yeah.
Of course, you can get the hybrid or the Hybrid Max and the Lexus RX 500H, which is the direct competitor to the MDX. So
No third row though, so
right for now,
Yeah.
there's no third row. So
there should be a 3-row.
even though it seems like most people that cross shop between them don't really care too much about the third row.
Yeah.
That's why we have a comparison on our channel if you want to check that out.
Yeah, that already exists. So yes. All right. Tim says you should drive an Acura NSX.
I know, I have not driven an NSX, but I love all generations of the NSX as well. Old JDM cars have a special place in my heart, but I would love the opportunity to drive a new NSX or even own one. So that's why we appreciate the support of you guys.
Yes, that's what you're
And
saying.
maybe I can eventually save up and buy one.
Lots of likes, lots of comments if you want to get us to NSX. So
Exactly. Long-term test on an NSX coming your way if you can help keep supporting the channel.
BZ4X, we actually do, Joseph Payton just commented his most recent comment about the BZ4X. We actually do have a review on the BZ4X already live on the channel. We got to sample that out back in June of last year, I believe. I don't know when the video published, but it was sometime. So if you search Toyota BZ4X Car Confections, it should come up because we do have a review of that. The Subaru Solterra, when we have time, we will try and make a run out to our Subaru dealer. Last time I checked, we actually did have one sitting around, I believe.
It's
already
gone
sell?
for now,
Okay, not now.
but hopefully they'll have one back soon. I was surprised our dealer got one out here in Lexington, but hopefully we'll get another one and be able to sample it here soon. Although I think I just read the other day that they're actually back on recall for the same issue with the wheels falling off. So
Are you serious? Wow.
cross our fingers if we go review that one. Send up prayers for us driving back.
All right. Any last minute questions here before we end this live stream?
I see also the most recent comment from Tim asking if we like burbles on the exhaust. I think
Of
our
course.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I think our week with the Escalade V and the Corvette and the Supra that we had last year, I think that's the best answer to that question. Heck yes.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I guess that's everything here on the comment section. Like we had mentioned at the beginning of the video, we do hope to do more live streams to more regularly engage with you all. We've been busy. That's what Josh is here to help us out with. So we should be able to provide you all more content, do more live streams, do more of the engaging stuff that you all like to see. That should be coming up soon. Finally, I did graduate college as well, so that's nice. So I can finally pursue this full time instead of being schoolwork kind of half and half. So that's nice. But yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning into the live stream. We hope you guys are having a great weekend and continue to have a great weekend, restful one. And yeah, I think that's going to be about it for today's live stream, unless we have anything else to add. Obviously, we're very excited to have Josh as a part of the team, so give him a warm welcome in the comments down below, because he's definitely going to be helping us provide you all with some really good content. So
Yeah, I'm excited to interact more with y'all in the future, get to know you guys better, and explore this shared passion that we all have for these amazing things called cars.
thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next live stream.